Very good morning to my lecturer, Dr. Hasina binti Harun. My name is Ju Cheng Hua from Group 4 Section 1, and today I'm going to present our report project. It's about footing construction. This is the table content that what we do for our project. And I will talk about the introduction first. AutoCAD is an application which allows engineers or others to create buildings and the others based on their imagination. Based on study, the structural members are footing, which used to support columns and walls to transmit their loads to the underlying soils. Reinforced concrete is the most suitable material because it is usually used as reinforced concrete and structural concrete. And for the permissible measure on a soil, the footing is normally supporting few tons per square foot. And thirdly is general information on the project background, the layout of the footing and what to do with the footing. Excavation, excess soil material should be considered together. Other use of set hubs to determine line and elevation benchmark for grades. Which either method, we need to consider how much offset is required from the actual wall lines in order to accomplish the excavation. This item should be thought through in advance of the actual layout and footing excavation in order to proceed in the most effective manners. And also, in this project, the construction part details is used the isolated footing.
So there are types of isolated footings, which is flat, pad, plain or reinforced isolated footing, and it is constructed under each column independently and is usually square, rectangular or circular in shape. The thickness of flat isolated footing is uniform. It is provided to reduce the bending moment and shearing force at the critical section. It can be constructed from plain concrete or reinforced concrete to increase the ultimate load carrying.
Okay, so pad foundation refers to the foundation which is intended for sustaining concentrated loads from a single point load, such as a structural column. This is also called a simple spread footing. The reason by choosing isolated footing because it can be economical when the soil bearing capacity is high and the loads on footing are less if the columns of a building are not close spaced. Okay, so the next part is method of structural engineering drawing. The footing is a structural member that safely transmits the load of the upper building to the ground and is the first construction member of the building. The basic method of footing design is to distribute the load so that the size per area of the load transmit from the upper part of the building is less than the strength that ground can support. That is the bearing capacity. In the general building, the footing design is to determine the area of the footing, the thickness of the footing, and the amount of required rebar.
Okay, so the construction drawing can help make sure all the different professionals working on the construction site know before the project begins what they are working on and what the result should be. The visual framework provided by the construction drawing gives those involved a deeper understanding of how the various assignments will unite to create a complete structure. Okay, so there are procedures that given to do the AutoCAD. So I will briefly explain about the procedure. So first thing first is you have to arrange the limits or unit as per the given dimension, and secondly you draw the drawing, but the drawing we usually use the line comments, and thirdly while drawing we should be clear about the dimension given in the drawing so we not do the error that can disrupt the drawing. So fourthly, before drawing we need to calculate the dimension given in the drawing, and after we complete the drawing we need to use the dimension bar to indicate the distance, and lastly we have to text comment to write the road level, long direction bar, short direction bar, and over double layer polytine for the indication.
Okay, the next is construction of the project. Construction drawing are visual plans either drawn by hand or with digital programs depicting a structure to build a residential, public or commercial properties. Construction drawing guide to construction process by depicting structural dimensions, installation materials and other factors, and also help ensure local agencies grant the project any necessary permits. In almost situation, architect creates all the construction drawing for a project. However, there are some situations in which other professionals contribute one or several construction drawings. In this project, the process of a structure to draw a full footing layout it must be detailed into the dimension using an AutoCAD application. In this project, also use two types of construction drawings.
Okay, next is the site plan. The site plan provides a map of construction site, and the site plan contains information about existing structure on or near the construction project, such as road and building in the proximity. And this includes the topographical elements or natural features such as foliage and change in land elevation. So, site plans also detail proposed change to the area after construction, such as through drainage system or alteration in topography.
Okay, the next is plot plans. The plot plans are like site plans in our project is about the footing and layout in the building. Both these fit the whole project site. Both also typically use an aerial or above ground view. However, plot plans provide more details about the land, whereas the structure will be, such as land service mark. Plot plans are often used to establish the boundaries of both the structure and the entire area of purchased land. For example, a plot plan shows that proposed building structure leave room on two sides of foreground and property.
Our drawing follow the Malaysia standard requirement, which is Law 74, foundation of building not exceeding the 4 story. The requirement of by Law 73 should be satisfied if the foundation are built in accordance with PSCP 1010 foundation and substructure for non-industry buildings not more than 4 story. If the foundation are a part of building other than a factory or storage building having not more than 4 story, see PS 8103 Part 1 Structural Design of Low-rise Buildings, and by Law 75 reinforce the concrete foundation. If the work conforms with BSCP 10, the structural usage of the concrete BSCP 114, BSCP 115 or BSCO 116 as applicable. The criteria of by Law 73 must be presumed to be satisfied with regard to any part of any foundation constructed of reinforced concrete. So to BS 8110, BSCP 110, BSCP 114 and BSCP 116. And the last law is Law 77, brick footing. The overrule 3.2.4 of the S8004 foundation hook cladding. If the angle of load spread from the pier or base plate to the outer edge of the ground bearing does not exceed 1 vertically in 1 horizontally, and if the stresses in the concrete due to the bending and shear do not exceed those in table 11 of Civil Engineering Code of Practice number 2 1951. Unenforced concrete may be used to pad foundation for buildings such as low-rise residence and light different structure. The same regulation with respect to permitted stresses as stated in Civil Engineering Code of Practice number 2 apply where brick and masonry foundation have been employed. It is typical to employ reinforced concrete foundation for structure other than low-rise and lightweight building. Okay, so that's all from us. Go. Berapa?
Don't know. Okay, anyway, see you. Bye bye.